This week, we're reporting in depth on the Occupy Wall Street movement. The protests began here in New York City and have now spread all across the country and actually around the world.
That's right. And though it seems to run counter to what the Occupy movement is all about, there are some who are looking to capitalize on the opportunity. Here's CNN's Poppy Harlow.
You know what those are? They're trademark applications for this movement, Occupy Wall Street. And this guy over here, you see him? He's one of the folks trying to trademark it.
I made these T-shirts, just a few on the first day, and then I made about 20 on the second day, and then I realized that it's not very healthy to smell the fumes, so I decided that I should get in touch with a silk screener.
Why trademark it?
Well, because when you start to go into a large order, you have to make a large investment, and there's the chance of being sued. The potential did not go through my head that it was something of a potential business thing.
Amazon is full of merchandise with that slogan, and an eBay search for Occupy Wall Street brings up nearly 5,000 results. And then there's Ray Agrazone, a self-titled entre-protester we found online. He's made a few $100 so far selling T-shirts at theoccupystore.com.
If it's trademarkable, someone's going to trademark it. And why not me?
But can anyone actually trademark Occupy Wall Street? It's not a brand name, at least not yet.
One would argue on the one hand that it is just common words, it's in the public domain, it's just descriptive, but it does have a little ring to it that may very well pass muster with the trademark office.
If you get this trademark, are you going to keep it, or are you going to give it to Occupy Wall Street?
I will give it to whatever legal structure that they organize, and they can do what they feel is best for it.
Down at Zuccotti Park, there's pretty overwhelming sentiment against owning the Occupy Wall Street trademark.
I think it's something that belongs to the people, and it's unnecessary to trademark it.
It's a bit hypocritical, and, it kind of counteracts why we're here.
What attracted you to this movement?
Separate money from politics. Clean up time.
But Robert Maresca insists he doesn't want to profit from it and promises to funnel the money back to the movement. Just how he plans to do that is another question. How do you think you could get the money that you might make off of this if you get the trademark? How do you get it back to Occupy Wall Street if that's your goal? How does that work?
Well, I'm not going to say that I had this big giant business plan in my head. All I knew was that I was getting sick off of smelling fumes.
You said that you would sell the trademark if you get it to Occupy Wall Street, if that's possible, for $1.
$1, yeah.
Cool.
Sold. It was interesting to watch him down there talking with the Occupy Wall Street protesters, who their first impression was no one should trademark this. And then as they spoke more and realized that Robert wanted to give the money back to the movement, their tune sort of changed. But this is really interesting. What we also learned is that last week, Occupy Wall Street, the group, filed for the trademark Occupy Wall Street. They want to own it. The difference is they filed for the full name Street, and Robert filed for ST, period.
Yeah, but if it's so disorganized and there isn't any one leader, who are these people of the Occupy Wall Street movement
who are filing for this?
Trademark?
It's a very good question. Pete Dutro, the finance committee member that we spoke with a few weeks ago, he and another woman who helped run the finances of the group, they're the ones that we found on the trademark application who applied for it. So that is organized. They have a lawyer on board who also helped them, who we spoke with last night. But when we looked into this, it's not just that the trademark has been applied for Occupy Wall Street. It's also for We Are the 99%, I Am the 99%, Occupy DC 2012. So you're seeing this across the board. A California-based investment company, Furang Investments, actually also applied last week to try to get the Occupy Wall Street trademark. So you're going to see a lot of fighting, I think, over this into who really owns this, or is it going to be deemed public domain? So no one should own it.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Bound to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Poppy Harlow, thanks.